Meghan and Prince Harry snubbed the last family gathering held before the funeral of Elizabeth II in September, it has been claimed. The decision would have been taken as a consequence of the Duke and Duchess's frustration after seeing their invitation to a high-profile reception hosted at Buckingham Palace by King Charles and Queen Camilla rescinded, a report claimed. Writing in the Sunday Times, royal editor Roy Nicker wrote, "The strains were publicly visible in September during the brothers' frosty truce after the death of the Queen. But behind the scenes, there were no such pretenses." Harry and Meghan snubbed the final family gathering on the eve of the Queen's burial, choosing not to attend a funeral briefing for the royal family at Buckingham Palace because of their frustration at having their invitation rescinded to a reception that evening for visiting heads of state and overseas guests. The funerals of Elizabeth II were held on September 19 and attended by members of the firm, charity heads, world leaders and foreign royals. In accordance with the pecking order, the Duke and Duchess sat in the second row, right behind the Queen Consort and King Charles, during the service held at Westminster Abbey, while they were next to Princess Charlotte and Kate, Princess of Wales, during the committal service held hours later at St. George's Chapel. The night before, senior members of the firm, led by Charles and Camilla, gathered at Buckingham Palace with leading personalities from across the world, including the U.S. presidential couple, Joe Biden and Dr. Jill Biden, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Council President Charles Michel, and King Abdullah II and Queen Rania of Jordan, for the most high-profile reception held in years between the residence's picture gallery and state apartments. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were also among the people who had received an invitation to this event, despite no longer being full-time working members of the firm. Palace officials later insisted the reception was to be attended only by senior royals, a mix-up that left sources close to the Sussexes baffled. Page 6 reported that Harry and Meghan only found out they had been uninvited after reading it in the press. The American media outlet cited a source at the time as saying, "I'm told they only found out they were uninvited by reading press reports." The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are believed to have left England the day after the Queen's funeral. Meghan and Harry created a new home for themselves and their children in California in March 2020, when they officially bowed out of the firm as its senior members. Nevertheless, they retain Frogmore Cottage in Windsor as their official residence in the UK and, since the spring of 2020, they have used it as their base during their trips to England. The Duke and Duchess were in the UK in early September to attend a number of events linked to their charities. On the day of the Queen's death, September 8, Harry and Meghan were meant to attend the Well Child Award, a special evening celebrating brave children living with life-limiting illnesses hosted by one of the Duke's most beloved patronages. The death of Harry's grandmother prompted the royal duo to prolong their stay in the UK, which was initially meant to last only for a few days. Express.co.uk has contacted representatives of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex at Archil for comment.